Hello and welcome to We Talk Boxing. So this is just a quick update into the new news that Canelo Alvarez will be fighting Triple G for the third time on September the 17th for Cinco de Mayo weekend. I think I've pronounced that wrong. He will be defending his super middleweight titles as he is the undisputed champion at 168. So this will be the third time he will be facing Triple G, who currently is the WBA and IBF champion at middleweight as well. And he's also on a winning spree as well, winning his last 4 bouts since that defeat to Canelo. And again, his record is pretty much perfect as well, having 44 fights with 42 wins, 37 KOs, 1 draw, 1 loss. Both of those 1 draws and 1 loss have come to Canelo as well. Again, with Canelo's career, pretty much perfect as well. 57 fights in total. 61 fights in total with 57 wins, 39 KOs. Again, 2 losses on his record, which came to Mayweather and Bivol, recent one. And 2 draws as well. One back in 2006, which was against Gennady Alvarez or some shit like that. And his the Triple G one as well in 2017. So again, as I mentioned earlier, this will be the third fight between both men, which will be a very interesting fight, you know what I mean, considering we've already seen it twice, basically. Compared to both boxers, Canelo is the more active fighter, having 5 fights within the last 2 years, whereas Triple G has only had 2 fights within the last 2 years, which is interesting, to be fair. So again, he hasn't really had that much, you know what I mean, ring bouts in the last couple of years, I should say. His last one, you know what I mean, was this year in a 9th round TKO fight as well, which on the scorecards he was winning. But again, that activity might come back to you know what I mean, to play a big deciding point in this fight as well, which is going to be interesting. But in regards to the previous 2 fights that they've both shared, you know what I mean, the first fight, you know what I mean, obviously was a draw. But personally, I probably would have given that fight to Triple G. I personally, you know what I mean, scored that a Triple G win. But again, it was a close fight. So, you know what I mean, the draw probably was about right. But for my personal perception, I would have gave it to Triple G. And that second fight was, you know what I mean, a masterclass from Canelo, really. Again, he boxed Triple G at range, picking him off. You know what I mean? Didn't really want to mix it with him at times, and won, in my eyes, convincingly. So again, will Canelo you know what I mean, choose the same tactics? And you know what I mean, it's going to be interesting because, you know what I mean, as I mentioned, Triple G only having 2 fights in the last couple of years might have a little bit of ring rust, or he might just, you know what I mean, surprise us and come out and, you know what I mean, bombard Canelo and, you know what I mean, destroy him, really. Whereas Canelo, I thought, in his last fight against Beaver, I know he went up a weight, but to me, he looked a little bit tired, you know what I mean, potentially on the decline a little bit. But again, it was a close fight, to be fair. My personal view on that, I haven't really done a review yet, but my personal perception with that fight is that a bit more work rate from Canelo again may have swung in his favour, really. He might have got the decision, whereas he did lose, you know what I mean. Bivol outworked him and caught him with some good shots, but for me, the bigger puncher in the ring in that fight was Canelo, and he stood his ground, but he just got outworked. But anyway, it's going to be an interesting fight between Triple G and Canelo on September the 17th. Again, this was just a quick update, just to let you guys know. So let me know your thoughts about the fight and how you see this going, and who do you kind of favour in this fight? Interesting. Anyway, please subscribe and comment to We Talk Boxing. Bless.